Guys, it's time. We're back on the Angler, and there is something really awesome that has happened with the most recent patch that they put out. Now, this patch included some fixes and, stuff like that, but that's not really what I care about in this video. That's not what we're focused on today. We're focused on some stealth changes they made where they did not mention it in the patch notes at all. But it's still some pretty awesome changes. You may notice we're not on the new map, we're on Golden Ridge, because they changed some of the variations and they changed them for the better. Now, after the initial introduction of variations, there was a lot of feedback that was given from myself, as well as lots of you in the comments, throughout the community, throughout other communities. Lots of people gave, feedback on these different variations. One of my most criticized species with that update was the cutthroat, because I've caught over 1,000 of these, probably a couple thousand throughout my lifetime, because it's all I really fish for. It's like the primary species I fish for here in Oregon. Now, obviously, the coastal cutthroat trout that we get here are looking a little bit different in most places than what you would see in Wyoming, which is where Golden Ridge is based on. So I did plenty of research to make sure that I was actually accurate with this information. But I gotta say, it looks a lot better than it did last update. If you guys remember, last update, there was these giant black blotches on the side of the majority of cutthroat. Now, still, these black bars on the side, this isn't really realistic for big cutthroat. You'll see like these black bars on the side for the smaller cutthroat trout, the ones that are closer to still being like, really young. But it's not very common on big ones. So I would like to see that reduced a bit. But I want to show you guys something. I caught a few of them the other day, and a lot of them actually do look way better than before. You see it's much fainter, these lines on the side. The colors look a lot more realistic and better. This one in particular, I'm really happy with. I mean, that is the closest thing to a real cutthroat that I have seen in the Angler. This is probably one of the most realistic looking cutthroat models we've got in Call of the Wild the Angler. Now, obviously, it's not perfect, but it's definitely miles above what we saw previously. Now, we also have other variations like this one where there's still the faint bars on the side, but there's also more faint red. We've got some other ones that have much brighter colors along with the bars. And then we got another one with a little more faded colors. I'd like to see one that doesn't have these black bars at all on the side, but has a little more red. That would be cool. You see we got the little red slits around like the gills, the typical cutthroat thing, like around the mouth. That's how the cutties are. The thing that gives them their name. But overall, like, these cutthroats are so much better than they were before. This is miles better than the first iteration of variations, and I'm really happy that they're actually trying to improve them and make them better. Now, I'm not 100% sure, but I think some of these other variations have been adjusted. It seems like largemouth look a little less spray painted. Smallmouth, to be honest, I didn't catch them much at all in the last update, so I don't really know for those. There was definitely some that were adjusted aside from just the cutties, though. Like the crappie, these look much better. This looks a lot better than before. This is still bugged, though, so I assume they're going to try and fix that at some point. But at least the left side that you actually see on the trophy screen looks better than it did before. Same with the white crappie, although still not perfect. Again, this is one of those things that I expect them to change over time. But a lot of these that did look kind of mediocre before are looking a lot better. Even the yellow perch is looking better, though still obviously not perfect. The yellow perch was one of the worst offenders in the previous update, and it looks better now, but could still use some adjustments. Pikes still need a little bit of adjusting. We got the kokanee, we've got the sauger, we've got the sturgeon, the green sunfish. I like the green sunfish. I feel like they did change it up a little bit. The brook trout was changed slightly as far as I can tell. It seems a little bit more dull on the variations, like not quite as vibrant and bright, which actually is a bit more realistic from the from the brook trout that I've seen. So yeah, that's nice. They did make changes to the golden trout as well, where these like bars on the side are a bit more faded into the fish. Although I still have the same complaint as before. There's not enough of them. These need to be smaller bars on the side, and there needs to be more of them. And it needs to kind of like fade in with the rest of the colors a little bit better than it does here. But like, it's very close. Now we've got the lake trout. I've been told that these are better by you guys in the community, but to be honest, it doesn't seem like too big of a difference. So I'd have to actually fish for them to really be able to give some opinions on that. Orids seem about the same. Rainbows seem very similar, but they did add some rainbow trouts that don't have a stripe or have a very like faint stripe. So that is a nice little addition. They did something to the walleye as far as I can tell. I think they made them a little bit better. I think the walleyes looked way worse than this previously. So that's nice. They did make the walleye better. We got the mountain whitefish, which looks the same. We got the buffalo, and then we got the crayfish. So overall, fantastic improvements on the variations. And we're going to try and catch some cutties today because I want to see like what we can actually find. I feel like there's got to be some crazy looking cutties out there, and I want to be one of the people to find some of them. So let's check out a size 5 spinner and see what we can get, man. There we go. We got a fish on. Is it a rainbow or a cutty? That looks like a cutty to me. I could be completely wrong. It's been tough to adjust to these variations, but I think it's a cutty. Yeah, wow. Oh my gosh, guys, we literally instantly got what I just talked about. We got one that's red on the side, but does not have the faint black bars. Oh my gosh, that is exactly what I was hoping to get today. That is super sick. Oh my gosh. Well, we got to look at that in the handbook now and see if it really is barless. I think it is. Oh, it is. Let's go. Okay, that's sick. So that one right there and this guy are my 2 favorite cutthroat variations that we have seen. We need more of them that don't have these black bars on the side because it's really not that common to see larger cutthroat with these bars on the side. But that looks good. That looks really nice right there, as well as obviously that one. So I'm happy with these cutties now. I think they're actually at a point where I can say that once again, the cutthroat is one of my favorite fish here on Golden Ridge. Previously, like that first variations iteration kind of ruined cutthroats for me, but this is bringing back my enjoyment for them because now I know that I've got the chance of getting a really pretty diamond if I'm lucky. We got another fish on. Please be another cutthroat. Please, no rainbow trout. It's probably a rainbow. Yeah, it's a rainbow for sure. Definitely a rainbow, but hey, at least it's a pretty one. For anybody that may be interested in where I'm fishing, we are at my favorite diamond cutthroat location. If you see right here, this is the starting outpost. You just go all the way down here to the left, and boom, the spot is incredible for diamond cutties. It's been my favorite spot for quite a while at this point. We're using a size 5 spinner, and we're doing it in the morning time slot. Another fish on. Please be another cutthroat. Ooh, good tension. That's a... Is that a rainbow? Or is that a cutty? That's a cutty, I think. Yeah, that's a really pretty cutty. Oh my gosh. Is it a diamond or is that a big gold? I think it's a big gold. It's a really big gold. Oh my gosh, that one is beautiful as well. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to see that there's an equal amount of these like more just normal reddish and goldish looking cutthroats than as there is like barred ones. Like I'm catching as many of these as I am the ones with the bars, so I do like that. That's really good. I'm so happy that they fixed the cutties. I'm so freaking happy, man. Like I'm just over the moon right now. Because, you know, like I said, I'm a huge fan of cutthroat trout. It's one of my favorite fish in the entire world. And seeing them actually get improvements to make them look better and more realistic, this is great. I mean, look at that one. That's a sick-looking cutty, dude. That is a sick-looking cutty. There we go. We got a fish on the size 3. Ooh, that's good. I think. Might be a rainbow. Yeah, it's a rainbow. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to catch fish until I hook into a big cutthroat on the size 3 spinner and see if I can get a gold or diamond to show up again. So yeah, let's just do that, man. Hold on. What's that? Okay, that's definitely a gold plus. Of course, right after I took a bite of my protein bar, we catch it. Now this one does have the bars on the side, but obviously this is less prominent than some of them. Again, this is still so much better than the last iteration of variations for cutties. Like, I will take this over those blotchy black spots we had before. Like, those giant black blotches on the side of the fish, just, they did not look good at all. This at least looks much better, even if I still don't like these kind of like bluish black lines on the side. Like, I much prefer the ones that don't have that. But still, like I said, miles better than iteration 1 of variations here in the Angler. Oh, there it is. That's got to be a diamond, right? Yes, that's definitely a diamond. Finally, diamond cutthroat on. Let's go, guys. We got a diamond cutthroat. Oh, that one looks pretty too. Oh no, I see the bars on the side. It's got the bars on the side. No. Still cool. 1335, still miles better than last update's cutties, so can't complain too much, but I will definitely be very happy if they get rid of these bars on the side for the majority of them. Oh gosh, my voice just absolutely died there. Sorry guys, I've been busy all day recording tons of videos, so yeah, my voice is kind of shot at this point, but this is miles better than last update's variations, I will say. Although, if the developers see this, these bars that you see on the side of these cutthroats, this should not be something you get on half of the fish. This should be a rare thing that happens. Because, you know, there are cutthroats in real life that have this pattern, but it's not common. This should be a very rare thing to get. So please, please just make it a rare thing. Cutthroats are such beautiful fish, and this is just not realistic to have so many of them have this pattern on them. If this was like a 1 in 20 fish that had it, then sure, I'd be okay with that for sure. But I would love to see the amount of, like, the chance to get this pattern reduced a bit. These bars are just a little excessive on a lot of them. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. We finally sealed the deal on a diamond cutty. Looks pretty solid, though. Like I said, I would prefer to get one without the bars. I'd love it if we could manage to get a diamond cutty that was, you know, just red on the side, or even just gold, because that is what the cutties should look like, in my personal opinion, as someone who has caught thousands of cutthroat IRL. I would much rather my diamond look like this right here, or look like this one right here, or even this one, or not him. This one. This is honestly what I feel like a lot of them should look like. Because, you know, even like extreme red isn't as common as this would be. This seems a bit more on par. I mean, given here in Oregon, a lot of them would be bright chrome silver. But, you know, considering this is based in Wyoming, this would be, you know, something you would see a lot more. That right there, and of course, like stuff like this. So I'd love to see more of that, but this is a great step in the right direction. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the like button. Leave a comment. I'll see you guys later. Peace.